In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and run a call center using ReadyMode, which is my personal dialer. I'll walk you through the setup process, how to manage your agents, and optimize your campaign settings so that way you can find more deals, close more deals faster by using my templates. Quick heads up, if you want to skip the trial and error and you would like to reward myself for putting in the work and creating all these videos for you guys, I did put my affiliate link into this video into the description. You can find it there. I only trust products that I personally use. This isn't some sales pitch. And if you do not like the product, feel free to roast me on the videos and put it in the comment section below because I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is whenever I mention the products that I have. So if you guys would like to, go ahead and check it out. Click the link. Would really appreciate it. Would help me grow my business and the channel. So keep rocking. So why use ReadyMode? ReadyMode is a predictive dialer that helps call centers maximize efficiency by dialing multiple numbers at once and connecting agents only when a live person answers. Why it's great is, you can dial thousands of leads quickly, reduce agent downtime, track call data and performance, and easy to scale as you grow your business. I've used multiple dialers. I started off using Mojo Dialer. I started off after that using Call Tools, and now I'm at ReadyMode. And since using ReadyMode, my call times have been a lot smaller in a sense of the wait time, the average wait time that we're on the phone. It used to be minutes waiting for one phone number to answer, and now we're at a high of 20 seconds at most. We have more answers. We have more leads coming in. We have more opportunities than we ever had using ReadyMode, and it's because of how they created the dialer. So when I say it's great, I truly mean that this is a personally great dialer to use. So the first step is getting a ReadyMode account set up. Go ahead and use the affiliate link and you can book a demo. And what they're going to do is basically set you up, make sure that you're a good fit to use ReadyMode. And once they get you all set up, they're going to show you how ReadyMode works. And at the end of the day, they're going to get you into the pricing. The pricing is pretty cheap, in my opinion. It's going to come out to $200 a month. And I would only do the $200 a month, not the $150. We can get into that later. But you're going to want ReadyMode IQ because you're going to want to make sure your numbers are good. So when we get into the pricing, you're going to want to pay the $200 a month. FYI, it's worth it. Just trust me. Once you sign up with ReadyMode, basically what's going to happen is they're going to build you a website. And for us, that's our website up here. From here, basically, when you go inside, you're going to upload leads first. So the first thing you're going to do is go to this lead section. You're going to hit upload leads, and then you should be able to upload any file that you currently have. So pulling lists on PropStream, pulling lists for cold calling for adding into ReadyMode, the best and most accurate way that you could do so is to pull a list with filters that you have preset or have created or whatever you want off of PropStream. Anyone in real estate needs PropStream. Even if you're an agent, you should have PropStream. It's $99 a month. There's no reason why you shouldn't use it. It's one of the only softwares that no matter industry you're in, you're going to use it no matter what. So get PropStream, pull your list, and export that list. When you export that list, feel free to send it to a skip tracer, such as Lead Sherpa. If you have a Resimpli account, it comes with 20,000 free skip tracing credits. The best skip tracing that you can use is going to be IDI Core or DataFlick. So I would use one of those four. If you're looking to save money, I would just use Resimpli if you already have that CRM. And then likewise, I would use IDI Core or I would use I'd use DataFlick. Once you upload it, it will pop up and it will automatically import what it should be. You need to match up everything with everything. What we're essentially doing here is confirm mail address is where I put the mailing address. And then I will match up the property address with the address, city, state, zip, and then phone numbers. I like to do one phone number at a time. I don't do phone one. You could do phone one, phone two, phone three, phone four. We've had more accuracy with just doing phone one. So after you do that and you have everything, there might be something that you want to put in there like age. So if you want the age, put new text field. If they're dead, put new text field. And then change the campaign name to the correct action. For us, that's going to be California. and then you can import leads, or you can create a campaign and make sure that the campaign pops up here. Once you have that campaign going, you're good to dial, and you should be able to move from prep work to ready mode to start dialing. So once you move to ready, it will start calling the entire time. But so now we imported it. You hit done import, it will go into your general leads, and then you have your campaigns. When you go into campaigns, or when you go to queues and you go to general leads, then in here you have playlists. And your playlist is a way you can control how you want your leads to go through. So for instance, playlist 7, we have a storage facility list. Playlist 6, we have my buddy Demsky's list, and you can control how many users you want. So if you want to just put the manager on that, because I'm the only one that calls storage facilities, I can. Or if I have a list like this one, playlist 8, well, then I could choose who I want in there. So I have Christian, Jamie, Lex, and Marcellus calling all that one. And I can change the order of priority. So if I put it on 9, it's going to call playlist number 8 first. If I were to put this on 1, playlist 7, the storage facility playlist, goes to the bottom, and so on and so forth. So playlists work in that way, where you can go in there and you could create a playlist and you can make it whatever you want, and you could choose exactly if you want to organize it by file, if you want to organize it by campaign name, the amount of times called, or maybe city, state. You could choose how you want everything to be organized, so that way you only call certain contacts or certain numbers dependent on what you want. So you can go in there, drag that, hit save, and then from there you can call certain numbers that you've uploaded, and it's super useful as you start to build out teams. So you want to use playlists at some point. If you're just dialing by yourself, you don't need it as much, but it's good to know, because you're going to want to, as you start to call multiple markets, if you're a virtual wholesaler like us, you're going to want to use playlists. So now that you uploaded leads, we're going to kind of go into the campaigns. This is what the campaign looks like. Your campaign, after you created it from uploading, let's say you created a campaign, you can create the campaign name up here where it says campaign name. You could choose the numbers that you've already pre-uploaded in there to match the numbers that you want, and you could put a script. You can upload multiple files, just like we did right now, into that campaign, and you could deactivate them or activate them as needed based on the health of what you're calling. And as you could see, one of them we've called over 111 times, so it was time to deactivate that, and we did. It didn't have very healthy scores, so it's good to make sure that you are recycling your data, making sure that you're calling them a ton, but your health is even better. When you're getting set up in ready mode, you're going to want to make sure you have some kind of phone numbers. And I'm going to be blocking out some of these phone numbers because I don't want people calling them. I just don't know who you truly are that are trying to watch this video. But I'm going to give you an idea of what it is. If you go to the settings tab, and then you go to VoIP, and then you go to phone number, caller ID, it will take you to this page right here where you can order numbers. In ready mode, they give you 30 numbers to start off with. So if you just have one seat, one license, you can order 30 numbers. And I would order 10 for each market that you're doing. If you're only doing one market, then order all 30 numbers for that market and have fun with it. When you do order numbers, it's as easy as clicking order numbers, searching the area code. Once you search it, you add as many as you want, and it uploads it in there. And then you can create a phone group. Now, when you go to the campaign, when you go back to campaigns and you choose your campaign, you could organize it by phone group and choose which phone numbers you want to dial for each market that you choose. So if I go back to my playlist now, reverting back to my playlist, I can make sure that certain playlists only use those campaign phone numbers, or I can organize it by campaign. That way, I only call using those phone numbers. Going into the settings, there is little things you might want to do. For instance, for us, we call in the Midwest and we call in California. And when we call in California, we want to make sure that we're calling in the right time, from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. So in here, if you go to settings, if you go to settings and then you go to lead distribution and then you go to edit state DNC rules, it will pop this up where you can go ahead and go state by state where you want to call at what time. So if you, for instance, in California, we call from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., no later, no earlier. For that reason, it will only allow you to call at 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. But since in the Midwest, we're usually on Eastern Standard Time, if I wanted to call all the way to 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is going to be 12 o'clock midnight Eastern time, ReadyMode won't let me. It will only let me call for the scheduled time of what we allow for that state. If we go back a little bit further down on lead distribution, you will see edit background dial speed settings. And in here, you have different manual 2.5 auto configuration. And the reason why this is important is because as you start to see your calls per agent, how many calls they're getting on, if they're getting a high abandonment rate or what's going on, you can control how many dials are going out. ReadyMode allows you to cold call 10 dials at a time, 10 people at a time, and one will answer. But if they notice that a lot of people are getting abandoned when you call them, then they will make sure that they'll lower your 10 dialer to a 1 dialer or a 2 dialer to try increasing the speed. So you could choose your abandon threshold to be 3% or lower. We have it at 3%. Dial faster when below threshold, dial slower when above threshold. So that way it does it on its own at the 2.5% configuration. And so if you save that, you can go ahead and use it while you're dialing to make sure that you are getting as many. So step 5, you're going to want to go and configure your dial dispositions. So dispositions are a way to understand what happened during the call. Are they interested? Are they not interested? Is it a death lead? Is it a probate lead? Where is it going to go? So in here, we have all of our dispositions here, which is death, no contact, not interested, Spanish speaking, asshole, do not call, follow up 6 months, wrong number, wrong property, follow up 3 months, call back, and yes, interested. The asshole and do not call button act the same. And the reason is it builds culture in our company. Our team loves using the asshole button whenever there's an asshole. It gives them satisfaction. And they work exactly the same. And the way it works is whenever they hit the asshole button, transfer to completed sale, don't send an email. What that does is it takes them off, so we never call them if it's at a completed sale. And then, for instance, So what we're going to go to is agent options. We're going to go to edit call results. And then you see everything here. Death, probate, no contact, not interested, Spanish speaking, asshole, do not call, follow up 6 months, wrong number, wrong property, 3 months, call back later, yes, interested. These are all our dispositions. And what dispositions is a way to make sure that whenever somebody's done with a call, you can mark them correctly in whatever kind of lead they were. So in here, we have the asshole and do not call button that are the exact same button. They act the same. And when you click on it, you can create whatever the name you want, which is asshole, whatever button color you want, for which campaigns you want this button for. We put all campaigns. All users want to use it. We have a hotkey if they want to press it quickly, just Control plus. And then if the category for it, you can create a category if you want, but there's no category. Call termination, end the call, keep the call active. So whenever they hit the button, end the call. The agent takes account ownership, default take ownership. The rule, you have to make a rule for it, add to DNC list. What that does is it adds it to DNC, announces this result to all users, and then we make sure that it never shows up again. The reason why we do this is because there'll be 2 people calling, and our agents will laugh whenever they see an asshole. So, and then from there, it just builds better relationships. So that's our asshole button. You hit save changes and you can look at the other ones. That works exactly like a DNC. And then likewise, yes, interested is already going to be in there, but that's an important one to have. It basically ends the call, announces the result that somebody had a yes, interested lead. And then from there, it will move them to the completed sale tab to make sure that it is a completed sale. Likewise, another one that you're going to want is the follow up in 3 months. So we'll go back. Follow up in 3 months and follow up in 6 months work exactly the same. The follow up in 3 months, likewise, all campaigns, hotkeys. What you're going to want here is add to DNC list, remove from DNC list after 3 months, and then it will call them again. It requires them to enter some kind of comment whenever they click it. So that way, whenever somebody calls back, they know exactly what happened in the notes in ReadyMode. So follow up in 3 months, follow up in 6 months work exactly the same. The yes interested puts them in the yes interested lead. We have Spanish speaking, not interested, no contact, death, wrong number. All these are pretty self-explanatory. but the one you're going to want to edit is the not interested lead. When you click on that one, it's going to work very much similar to the follow up 3 months or follow up 6 months button. The only difference is when someone's not interested, it scrubs them for 2 months. And then after that, we will call back the not interested lead over again. So moving into training your call center agents, you've already set up ready mode. You should be good to go. All you have to do is hit ready and the dialer's going to go now that you have all that set up. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out or reach out to ready mode. They have a whole training on how to set it up. This is just a quick and easy process for you. But as far as training your agents, you're training your call center agents to have the most success. You're going to need to track a few things. Now, I have a complete call tracker that I am linking down below. That call tracker is going to tell you what to input in order for you to have the most success on ready mode and be able to track your agent success. You're probably going to want some users, and just because you have one license doesn't mean you get one user. If you have one license, that means only one person could call whenever the license is being used. But let's say you call in the morning and you have a buddy that calls at night. You could still have 2 people on your team with one license. You just can't call at the same time. So for that reason, if you want to have more than one user, go to user management, and in here, you can create as many agents as you want. For us, we have 3 licenses, but we have 7 people. We have a morning team and we have an evening team. So they never call at the same time. And then we have a weekend team. They never call at the same time, but I'm able to use as many agents and track their performance by creating separate accounts. And what this is if you hit this plus button, you can go in here and you could type in the agent name. You can create a login ID, an extension if need be for phone calls, and then likewise create a password for them to be able to log in to. Going into that, this is the agent KPI tracker. And what it is you're going to be tracking your agents, calls per agent, leads per agent, average talk time, average total talk time, total wait time, total wrap up time, and hours worked per agent. When you're looking at this will give you a brief overview of how your agents are doing. Every day, you need to input your data as far as agent 1, what did agent 1 do? So if it's just you, you should still be tracking this. So that way you can have the most success in seeing how much work are you doing, how long does it take to get a deal, and how many calls did it take for you to get that deal. Once you get that tracked, once you know how much time you spent, how many deals you called, stuff like that, then you should be able to know, okay, if I called 2,000 leads to get one deal, then I need to call 2,000 leads every day to get one deal a day. If I get one deal a day and I do it for 30 days, and that means I got 30 leads coming in, then maybe out of 30 leads, 2 of them become opportunities. And out of those 2 opportunities I make offers on, 1 becomes a deal. So that means you could track it all by doing this, putting it into the call, into the dialer, putting it into this Google sheet, and making sure that you're hitting all these. And then when you go into ready mode, you can go into ready mode, you can hit agent reports, and from here you can get a report for everything that you've done. You can put in the time that you put in there, and you can make your own report to understand how many calls has your team done, what's their average wait time, wrap up time, etc., to be able to track and have success. So like I said, guys, feel free to grab this KPI tracker and download it off Gumroad. It can be completely free or it can be $20, whatever you would like. If you feel like giving back, feel free to give back. Would highly appreciate it. But if not, no worries. This is for you guys. I created this and spent hours on creating the spreadsheet for you guys. So that way you guys can become well equipped and make money at the end of the day. So appreciate you guys. Go ahead and check out the KPI tracker. Now, generally, your biggest problems when training agents is going to be their performance. Their performance is either going to be based off they're not doing enough hours or their calling sucks. The last thing is going to be the leads. What kind of data are you putting in? Is the data any good? Are they calling terrible lists? What's going on? So those 3 things have to come into sync in order to get deals. Is you have to have a hardworking agent, an agent that has skills, and you have to have leads and data to make things work. Those are the biggest issues you're going to run into. Now, if you're putting in good data and your agent's doing good work, then that means you have to have great training to give the skills that you need. So go ahead, and right now also on the bottom, I have entered my calling script below. Feel free to download that and take my calling script. That calling script will allow you to get more leads, get more deals in order to make your life a lot easier and be able to do this virtual and or however you'd like to close more deals. You will need to do role playing every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. When we do it, you could do it every day, but I like to sync with my team 3 times a week to make sure that they're up to speed. I listen to their calls and make sure that they have the most success possible to be able to do so. Now at this point, you have got ReadyMode set up. You're calling and you're tracking your conversions. Now, let's say you have a few dialers, you have a few agents working with you. Now it's time to hire more. And you want to make sure while you're hiring more that you're tracking all their performance with the KPIs. You're increasing dial levels, and now you should have a CRM to track all the leads and be able to close all the leads. When you're closing those leads, you want the best CRM in the business. For that reason, we use Resimpli CRM. Resimpli CRM is the best, and I mean the best. I will put that on my life. Resimpli is better than any cold calling or any real estate software out there for agents, wholesalers, whomever. I can guarantee you, I'll put $1,000 on the line that it is better than any CRM that you bring me, unless it's Salesforce, which is extremely expensive. And for really big teams, I can guarantee you it is the best CRM out there. So once you get that CRM set up, you want to send those leads that you've cold called on over to the CRM to track them and put them in drip campaigns. Once they're in drip campaigns and you start doing other forms of marketing, such as SMS, mail, or anything that you may be doing to generate more leads, those are going to be essential to building a more book of business, more deal flow coming down the future. You start to do SMS leads and you start to do cold calling leads. We do have softwares to be able to do the SMS outreach, but you're going to put those leads into the CRM, and you will have some people on your team vet those and qualify those leads. So that way, when you go to close them, they are 100% ready to go, and some of the hottest leads that you're dealing with. So that way you can spend your time just focusing on closings. This is something that you're going to 100% want to track as well. And it's going to be something you want to do immediately. So that is it, guys. This is a full breakdown on how to set up a call center using ReadyMode. It is bare bones basic. There's a lot more to go into it, and there's a lot more that you could use. Guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg, but this video will help you get set up by making sure that your dispositions are good, making sure that your leads are uploaded and that you're organizing your leads, having your DID set up, and you're checking out the dialer to make sure that the dialer is reacting the way you want it to. Other than that, you don't need too much else. If you want to get into the nitty gritty of stuff, you want to start tracking things, going into the KPIs and all that other stuff, let me know. Comment below. Let me know what you need. I will make a video specifically on what you need if it is something that, will help you. So reach out, comment below, like, comment, subscribe. And always, guys, if you feel like you would like to use any of the softwares, you want any questions on softwares, stuff that I use, like I said, I put my money where my mouth is. You're more than welcome to use my affiliate link and or not. To me, it doesn't matter. But if you do, I appreciate it. It's giving back to me for all the work that I've done. And then likewise, I'll be more than happy to make sure that if it doesn't go right, roast me. Put it down there. Tell me I'm awful. I'll put my money where my mouth is, wherever. And I want to make sure that I'm giving the most amount of value. So if you feel like I am not, please make sure my name does not go out there. Make sure that, you're putting a bad image on my name, because I don't want to be seen as one of those people that just give it out a link so that way you have to pay them. I'm trying to bring the best value and personally what I believe in. So like, comment, subscribe. Let's keep growing. Let's keep doing real estate. Let's keep doing more. Guys, thank you for everything. Have a blessed day. Till next time.